Hello, everybody. Helen Shaw here, and I wanted to do just a quick Essential Oils 101 class. So either you have your kit already and you're not quite sure what to do with it, and you've never been to a 101 class, so you just haven't scheduled one yet. This video should help you, or maybe you're somebody who is still in search of and not sure whether or not Young Living essential oils are for you. Okay, so this would be a great video for anybody watching. Let me start out by basically saying that I believe in God, and I do not believe that God would put us down on this earth without giving us a means and a way to protect ourselves. Okay, essential oils have been around for over 2,000 years. Well, they've been around since the beginning of time, actually, right? I mean, God is the one who gave us these plants. And we can date back these essential oils to the time of the Egyptians. And essential oils were found in the tombs of the Egyptians, and they were still very volatile. And we, just from reading like the hieroglyphics and stuff on the walls, we know that essential oils were used by the Egyptians as perfumes because they were very pleasing to their gods. So they would have different scents that they would put on depending on which god they wanted to please that day. And then furthermore, reading on, you read that then they started using the oils and realizing that they were actually healing the bodies in different ways. So then move on forward to the time of Christ and look at what was given to the Christ child. Frankincense, myrrh, and gold. They knew back then the value of these oils. And then fast forward to the Industrial Revolution. Okay, so even during the war back then, they would use the botanicals to cure and heal their patients, and eventually they ran out of the botanicals, which is where the pharmaceuticals came in. Okay, and the big difference with the pharmaceuticals was that a drug does one thing for you. Okay, it's like a drug is very specific to a duty that it needs to do, whereas essential oils are not. Okay, so one oil can do a world of good just depending on the chemotypes that are in that oil. So let me get a little sciencey on you. Okay, so in each bottle of essential oil, there are hundreds and thousands of molecules. Okay, and each one of those has a specific job or a duty to do. And they have funny names like sesquiterpenes, monoterpenes, phenols, esters, aldehydes, beta-caryophyllene, just all kinds of things. And depending on how much of each of those molecules is in a bottle is what that bottle best does, but yet it does other things as well. Okay, hopefully that makes a little bit of sense to you. So like sesquiterpenes and monoterpenes, okay, those are very oxygenating. They are capable of erasing DNA and rewriting the misinformation in the DNA, okay? That's huge. That's very, very huge. Phenols. I like to think of phenols as the cleaners. Well, they're the cleaner. They clean the receptor sites, but I like to think of this. Okay, so if my hand is a cell, my hands are cells, and these are the receptor sites, and I was to dip these in peanut butter, okay, how icky that would be, and they would have a hard time connecting, wouldn't they? They'd have a hard time talking to each other because of that peanut butter gunk that's on there. So the phenols get in there and they clean all that peanut butter off so that your cells can communicate again, okay? And it's healthy for the body. Our cells are supposed to be able to communicate, but with all the toxins that we take in every day, you guys, it's like, the air we breathe, the food we eat, the chemicals we're using in our home, it all just starts stockpiling into our bodies. And I love this story. I was told this story by a friend of mine, and it just hit home with me. We were talking about chemicals and how the body reacts to chemicals. It's like, well, picture yourself out in the middle of nowhere, and there's beautiful running flowing stream, and the stream represents our body, and it's flowing just as God intended it to, right? Just smooth and beautiful and just rustling with the wind. And we come along, and every day we take these rocks and we start throwing rocks into the stream. And eventually, at first you don't see anything, you don't feel anything, it's cool. But eventually, the stream is no longer going to run smoothly anymore because we've been throwing rocks in there for years upon years, just or two a day, not a big deal. Sometimes 500 a day. Actually, it's more like 3,000 a day nowadays is the average toxins that we take into our body on a daily basis. And it's more than that, I'm sure, since I read up on that study. But so now the water is just not flowing well anymore. Okay, it's hindered, it's rustling, and now it's running. It's horrible. And the people up ahead are like, holy cow, what do we do? So we start bringing boulders in, and we start building walls along the edges of the shore, because now it's washing away all of the land. Okay, it's washing everything up, and it's just not nice anymore. And back here, we're like, well, what would happen if we started taking those rocks back out of the stream? And it may take us a year, 5 years, 10 years. I mean, we're, trying to solve 30, 40 years worth of damage that we've done on our bodies, in my case, 57. And it's going to take a while for me to, clean that out. So that's kind of what the essential oils are all about, okay, is removing those toxins one at a time and starting to cleanse our bodies and start to feel better again. Okay, so a little bit about Young Living. We are a Seed to Seal company, and that is kind of our brand, and we're famous for that. We have farms all over the world. We have distilleries at the farms. We have testing, and we have labs at every farm. And the farms where we don't grow, we do partner with other farms. And Gary has gone in there and taught them how to distill. And the oils are tested 3 times before they're bottled. Okay. One very important factor that I want to bring to your attention is that pure therapeutic grade oils do not expire. Okay, if you walk into GNC or Walmart or, oh my God, even Menards right now is selling oils, right? If you walk into any of those places and you grab an oil off the shelf and you look at it, it says, it'll either say on the label, oh, you got a bottle of peppermint. It says, do not ingest. Well, honey, if I can grow peppermint plants in my yard and I can cook with peppermint and I can eat peppermint candy, why can't I ingest your oil? You really have to wonder about that. I wouldn't even diffuse that oil because you don't know what's in that bottle, okay? Everything that you're smelling in the air is getting into your body as well, okay? So I wouldn't even diffuse those oils. But so just know that every time you buy a bottle of Young Living oil, the shelf life is going to be forever. There is no expiration dates on your bottle, so you never have to worry about that, okay? That's huge. Okay. So like I said, Seed to Seal, that is kind of our company mantra. That's what made us really famous, is that we do have that Seed to Seal thing. So any of the land that we purchase to grow on is better than organic. It's never been touched by any chemicals in its lifetime, okay? And that's huge because the FDA says, well, 10 years you can call it organic. Well, there's still residue in the ground, but it's not going to kill you, but it's still there. No, Young Living says, no way. We're going for virgin soil is what we want to do. And so that's all of our farms, you'll find that at, which I think is really cool. All right, and if an oil is distilled at a wrong temperature, wrong time of day, I mean, it took Gary over 3 years to learn how to do this. So if it's, if he finds that the chemotypes are not correct in the oils, he'll take the whole vat and just dump it right back into the ground again and start over. Okay, so you'll notice that sometimes we have stuff that's out of stock and it's out of stock forever. And sometimes that's what happened. Other times it's just that we just didn't have enough, botanicals growing to make the oil. So you have to wait until it's, time for them to grow again, because we're not going to do anything artificially. So I think that's a cool thing about the company. But so let me talk about 3 ways to get these oils in your body or on your body. Okay, you can diffuse, and there's different kinds of diffusers, different ways that you can diffuse oils into the air. If you don't own a diffuser, you can take cotton balls and just stick them in the vents. We have water diffusers where you just put water in there and put your 8 to 10 drops of oil, or start with 1, and if you want more, you add more. It's not a big deal. I do about probably about 7 or 8 drops in my diffuser now. So the importance of diffusing. So when you're diffusing oils into the air, you're actually creating negative ions, and negative ions are antibacterial, okay? The other thing is that you're smelling the oils, okay? And when you're smelling them, it's going into the olfactory, and it's affecting the limbic part of your brain, okay? And that limbic part of the brain is directly connected, obviously, to the body, and the brain controls your heart rate, your blood pressure, your breathing, your memory, depression. I mean, it controls so much, so you can see where the essential oils would really have a profound effect on our bodies just by smelling the oils, okay? Anybody that suffers that way, I'm like, just grab your bottle and snort it. You know, it's pretty amazing how well that works. Okay, so the other way is internally. So our oils are for internal use as well. And just one thing that I want to point out, if I can get this out of here. So I'm trying to, these are really tight. Wow. Okay, so in your kit, you'll notice the white labels and you'll notice the colored labels. So the white labels are called the Vitality line. And we had to develop these labels because the FDA said, hey, you know what, you can't have a label that says it's for internal use as well as external. So we had to develop this whole Vitality line. You'll only be able to find these in 5 milliliter size bottles. But one thing that I do want to point out is that, let me find this Lemon Vitality for you, is that here's a bottle of Lemon Vitality, and this is a bottle of lemon essential oil. This one says that you can take it internally, and this one says that it's for topical and aromatic use. They're the identical oil in the bottles. Okay, they pour them from the same vat, same everything, just put different labels on them. So we're just trying to stay compliant. Okay, that's what the FDA wanted, so that's what we did. So if you're ever in doubt about taking an oil internally, you could do one of two things. Look up the Vitality oils at the Young Living website, and if it comes in a Vitality, then it's good for internal use. And then you can go ahead and just use your regular bottle of oil for internal use. The other thing you can do is you can get a book. This is an amazing book. This is the Essential Oils Desk Reference. Anybody who uses oils needs to have a book. Okay, and there's a couple different books out there. There's one with a white cover. There's this one here. You can get them through Life Science Publishing. You can probably run, hop on Amazon and find a desk reference. But these are specific to Young Living oils. Okay, so you'll find like all the blends and whatnot in here. And the cool thing about this book is not only does it go through oils, but it goes through special issues. It goes through the chemistry. It goes through the science. It takes you through personal care. It takes you through Vitaflex, Raindrop, everything. And then in the back of the book is a personal uses section. So in the back of the book is where you can look up anything from, acne to ear infections, to liver problems, to any autoimmune diseases and things like that. And it will tell you exactly how to use your oils, the amounts to use. It'll give you different recipes for them. And so that's just another one. So in the front of the book is where you're listed your single and your blends. I'm sorry. And what this one will tell you is the constituents, the botanical family, where the plant originated from. It'll tell you where it sits on the ORAC scale. It'll give you the historical uses of the oil, so we go back in time to see how this oil was used in history. It'll give you the medical properties, the uses, the applications, and then it will give you a whole list of research that's been done on this oil. So love this book. So you need to have a book. Definitely don't want to go without that. Okay, so where was I? See, I'm such a squirrel. I just kind of jump all over the place. Oh, 3 ways to put the oils on. That's right, thanks. So aromatically, You can take them internally, so you can put them in your water. I love putting oils in my water. I do it every single day. Okay, different oils. Sometimes I'll do the same for a week and then I'll switch it out. But the cool thing about putting oils in your water is that when you go to drink it, you're also smelling it. Okay, so what's it doing? It's coming up here, right? And it's affecting your body and it's affecting your moods and your emotions, which is really, really cool. If you're going to put oils in a bottle, make sure that your bottle is glass or metal. Okay, you don't want to put it in plastic. And if you don't believe me, go grab a styrofoam cup if you have one handy, flip it upside down, and grab your lemon oil. It doesn't matter what oil you grab, it's all going to work the same. And grab your lemon oil and just put a drop on the styrofoam and watch what it does. Okay, it starts to eat the petrochemicals, and that's what the oils do when they enter our body. Okay, they go after any chemicals or anything that have attached themselves to our cells and starts, I call it just a really mild cleansing process. Okay, not only that, but there's other constituents in these oils that actually help your body in different ways, which I'll get to when I start walking through the oils. And the third way that you can, oh, you know what, you can also, I'm sorry, put them in capsules. So if you have any empty capsules around, you can fill your capsules full and take them that way. There's other products that I know people put in capsules, like the mineral essence, because minerals, you know, minerals are horrible tasting. I put mine in a capsule when I take them. So you can use those capsules for lots and lots of different things too, which is really cool. Okay, topically. So you can put your oils on topically as well. So if you're having, you know, pain or muscle issues anywhere, you can take that oil and put it directly on location, okay, depending on what you got going on. If you should ever get an oil, and I do this a lot, especially with peppermint, right? I'll put peppermint in my hands and I'll do one of these and I'll do one of these and I'm like, right? So if you ever get an oil in your eye, it's not going to kill you, but it is going to burn. So what you do is run to the kitchen and go get either your V6 oil, which is an oil that Young Living makes. It's a combination of 6 different really good oils in there. It's a big bottle. It's wonderful. I love it. Pump top on it, so it's really easy to use. Or go get a little bit of coconut oil or olive oil or something, put it on your hands and rub it right on your eye. And it'll make it'll go away like instantly. Seriously, I just did that this last weekend. We were at an event and this lady wanted some peppermint oil, so I gave it to her and I had it on my fingertips and I did one of these and thank God the girl next to us had some V6 oil available, so she gave that to me and it was like instant relief. Okay. So with that, I am going to start, I guess, going through the oils. And if at any time you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. You have my email address. You can respond to me there. You can find me on YouTube, and you can post a comment on YouTube. Fine. Facebook, I have a Facebook page. We have a team page there as well. So, and my website is helengraceshaw.com. And it's Helen, HelenGraceShaw.com. Helen Klee is also on Facebook. So if you see the Klee, that's me too. That's my maiden name. And yeah, whatever. Anyway, all right. So let's start with Copaiba. Okay. So Copaiba is a wonderful oil that is the highest in beta-caryophyllene, okay? And beta-caryophyllene takes inflammation down, basically. So Copaiba is a tree that grows in Ecuador, and the aroma is just heavenly. It's woodsy, but it's very, very mild, okay? You can take this oil internally as well. So if you have any inflammation going on inside, this will, you know, hit the spot for you. You can put this on topically. I don't know, you could diffuse it, I guess, if you really love the smell of it. That'll help. All right, so that's Copaiba. And you know, if you take that one internally too, it's wonderful for the urinary tract system as well. Okay. And there's lots of uses for these oils, you guys. I am not going to lie to you. I can't sit here and I can't list them all off. There are so many chemotypes in a lot of these oils that sometimes we don't even know what they do for us, you know, until we start using it. And oils are smart in the fact that they will go after what they need to go after first. It's very intriguing, and I actually had that happen to me when I first started with the oils, because I took the oil for one thing and it went and did something else that I needed it to do, but I didn't realize that it could do that. I'm sorry, I'm skipping around here, but I have to be compliant on this video as well, so I can't go into depth because this is my business and I have to be very careful at, you know, what I say, and especially because I'm on video now, right? So just use your books and look up the oil in the book, because you will be amazed at the list of what it'll tell you that these oils are capable of doing and what you can use them for. Okay, frankincense, right? The holy oil of the Bible brought to the Christ child. It's just wonderful. If you have a lot of sadness in your life and you find yourself going down a lot, grab this oil and just snort it, just sniff it. Get it all the way up into your system, and you'll be amazed at how wonderful you're going to feel after doing this for a while. Okay. It really helps support stress levels. It's wonderful for the skin. So you'll notice that in a lot of our skincare. Yes, we have skincare too. The skincare is amazing, you guys. So I started using the Boswellia wrinkle cream probably about, I don't know, 6 years ago. Yeah, probably about that. And I went to go visit my dad, and my dad's like, "Did you have a facelift?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't. I'm 50, I'm almost 57 years old, and my skin feels amazing, and it's never felt this good." Well, our skincare line is infused with essential oils, a lot of them, a lot of different oils. So frankincense is one of them. Myrrh is another one. Rosewood is another one. Sandalwood. I mean, there's all kinds of wonderful oils that are great for the skin. And I actually have a YouTube video out there at Helen Grace Shaw YouTube channel, and there's a one on skincare as well. So you'll find lots of videos out there that will really help you. But frankincense is amazing. So good for like age spots. Oh my gosh, if you have skin tags. Okay, so my girlfriend loved frankincense with lavender together. She just loved the smell of that. So she was using it as a perfume every day, and she would just take it and she would like rub, and she had lots and lots of skin tags. And one day she was at work and she like pulled her hand out and she's like, ah, you know, all her skin tags that were falling off, and she had no idea. See what I mean? No idea. That's a side effect of the oil. And I think that's a cool that you can have side effects like that. So anyway, frankincense, wonderful, wonderful oil. Okay, lavender. So lavender oil is like the Swiss Army knife of oils, all right? When you're in doubt, use lavender. When you're in doubt, grab your frankincense. You just never know what it's going to do for you. Lavender is really high in esters and aldehydes, so it's very calming to the body. So that's why a lot of people use lavender in the bedroom. You're right. We diffuse lavender in there. You can put lavender on the bottom of your feet. If you put oils on the bottom of your feet, they get into your body. They get into like every cell of your body. I don't know how long it takes. Some people say 20 seconds. Others say 20 minutes. There haven't been any studies done on that, on the time frame. So if I gave you a time frame, I'd be lying to you, and that's just not who I am. So I know that they work. I put them on the bottom of my feet all the time. I have a bottle of Thieves and a bottle of Thyme sitting on my bedside there, and I use that almost every night, and especially during seasons where people are continually getting sick and they're spreading their germs. I put oils on the bottom of my feet before I go to bed, and that really helps to boost my immune system. Okay, so lavender. Let's get back to lavender. So any like minor cuts, bruises. I also keep a bottle in the kitchen, so when you're cooking and you're like, right? Lavender is amazing for that. You can just watch it work when you put it on. It's amazing. And oh, I have stories upon stories upon stories of people that have used lavender in the kitchen or by the grill, okay? And it's really supported their body in amazing ways. Some people like it when you get that minor irritation up here. Lavender is one of those oils that may help with that. You just, honestly, you have to try different oils when you're having stuff going on in your body, because our body chemistries are really different. If I put lavender up here, it doesn't do anything for me, okay? If I use peppermint, bam, done, gone. So our body chemistries are huge when we're talking about this. How toxic are you? How have you lived your life? And the more toxins you have in your body, the harder it is for these oils to work. And you have to continue to reapply because they're going after the toxins. They're trying to cleanse your body. They're trying to get it back to normal again. Okay. So that's lavender. I love my lavender. Okay. There's my lemon. Okay. Lemon. Oh, wow. This is another amazing oil, you guys. So lemon is wonderful in your water bottles, okay? It has D-limonene in it. So Google D-limonene, and once you Google and do your research on limonene, you're going to be like, where has this oil been all my life? All right. Talk about inexpensive. So lemon is not distilled. Lemon oil comes from the rind, as do all of the citrus oils. Okay. So it's cold pressed, and uh, it kind of makes sense because the rind is what keeps the fruit fresh, right? I mean, it's surrounding it, it's keeping it fresh. So that's why these are from the rind. So if you wanted to make lemonade or something with it, it may taste a little bit bitter, but in your water, delicious. And I love putting lemon with peppermint in my water. Sometimes I'll use bergamot. We also have this wonderful blend called Citrus Fresh, and it has like lemon, orange, tangerine, grapefruit with a little bit of spearmint in it. Yes, you can definitely take the grapefruit oil, even if you're on statins, okay? Because it comes from the rind. If you're on any kind of statin drug and they tell you to stay away from grapefruit, they want you to stay away from the fruit. So the fruit has different chemical compounds in it than the rind does. So you're safe with the fruit. And actually, grapefruit actually helps support cholesterol too in your body. So, they just have so many wonderful uses. Lemon is one of my favorite oils, and I do keep several bottles of it around because I use it for everything. I just used it yesterday. We had some new windows put in, and the guy got that epoxy, the glue stuff all over the windows. So rather than using a chemical solvent to get the glue off, I use my lemon oil. So I just, put a little bit on. I had a cloth out there, put a little bit on, and it just eats the glue right off. So even like if you're tearing labels off of a bottle, put your lemon oil on the label after you rip the paper off so it can get through there it's got to get through to the glue, and you'll watch it and it just starts devouring and eating the glue. Okay. That's why I take it internally. It does the same thing inside my body. It just starts eating away at anything that's not supposed to be there. Okay. Wonderful support for the body. Dry erase boards. Let's say you got Sharpie on something, like you wrote on something with a Sharpie and you're like, crap, how do I get this off? Use your lemon oil. Lemon oil will take it right off. Oh my gosh, I love my lemon oil. So many uses. Okay, so then we have, where's my oils? Okay, here we go, peppermint. This, I can't say enough about these oils, you guys. I use every single one of these oils almost on a daily basis around here. So peppermint, wonderful for the digestive system, wonderful for clearing. If you have a bottle of peppermint there, I want you to do this. I want you to take a drop and just put it in your hand. Oops, I got 2 drops there. That's okay. And rub your hands together and slowly bring it up and just start inhaling the peppermint. and you'll just feel it opening up your sinuses. You'll feel it cleaning. You'll feel it working. And even breathing it in through your mouth and right into the lungs, you're going to feel that peppermint oil working, okay? I love diffusing peppermint. I drink peppermint in my water all the time. Excuse me. Also, taking your peppermint internally is great for the digestive system. You ever notice how when you go to a restaurant, they'll have peppermints out for you? That's why, because it really helps calm and settle down anything that's going on in your system there. Okay, so let me find my next oil here. All right, it's a little bit dark today. I expected the sun to be shining. Okay, so Digize is a blend that we put together, and I'm going to use my cheat sheet here because I can never remember what's in these oils. I know some of the oils, but it's like to give you a full scope. So it has tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, fennel, lemongrass, anise, and patchouli. Okay. Anytime you have anything digestive going on, stomach cramping, you ate something that didn't agree with you, rather than being sick for 2 or 3 days, take your Digize. Okay, Digize can be taken internally. If you have inflammation, Crohn's disease, anything like that, this is wonderful, wonderful support for that. Just take it. You can just take a couple drops right in your mouth. It's not horrible tasting, and just chase it with some water. If you're very, very sick and you're upchucking, then take the Digize and rub it on your tummy, okay? And it takes a little bit longer to work, maybe like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. So it takes a little bit longer to get through the skin and into the digestive system if you're rubbing it on you. And when you're putting oils on, make sure that you're going in a clockwise direction, because you want to go the same as your body functions in a clockwise direction. So you don't want to screw that up. So use a drop, 10 minutes later, put another drop on, another drop until it all goes away, okay? Because what the oil does is it gets in there and it works. And then once it's exhausted, you have to reapply, okay? So an oil isn't going to last all day on you once you put it on. The smell might, like I could smell this peppermint probably for hours. It smells wonderful. But when you're using it for something like your digestive system, continue to use it, okay? And if you're having a hard time keeping things down, go ahead and just put a drop in your mouth and maybe suck on an ice cube or something to get it down there. So good way to do that. So this is another amazing, wonderful oil that I would never be without, okay? Okay, so let's move on to purification. There it is. Purification is a blend, again, of, what do we got here? Citronella, lemongrass, lavender, rosemary, melaleuca, and myrtle. Wonderful for purifying the air in your home. People will walk in and not know what you cooked last night. They'll not know what you cooked this morning. They have no idea what's been going on in your house because your air smells so clean. Gary actually developed this for a friend of his that was a cigar smoker. And so he needed to, that odor gets in your drapes and your carpets and your furniture. And the essential oils do the same thing when you're diffusing them. They get in the carpets, in the drapes, in the walls, okay? So oils also have frequency to them. And when you're diffusing certain oils for certain things, like let's say you're diffusing joy to help with the moods and stuff, or frankincense or any of those oils carry a frequency with them, and that frequency stays in the room even after the oil is gone. All right, that's a cool thing that I learned about these oils, and I was like, wow, how come you can walk into somebody's house who diffuses and you always feel up and you always feel like it's just such a great place to be? And it's because the frequency in that home is high. Okay, our body frequency is about 72 megahertz, and all disease carries frequency as well. Even sadness carries a frequency, and it's low. So the oils will help bring that frequency back up, and they'll help raise it up even higher, which is way cool. So if you get, like, in the summertime, you get bug bites, bee stings, things like that, spider bites, any poisonous bites that, cause inflammation to your skin, you want to use purification on that. So this is another go-to. Now, I used to even put this in a spray bottle and use it as a bug repellent, but now that Young Living came out with the bug repellent last summer, oh my gosh, that bug repellent is amazing. So I use that now, and I'll diffuse purification like out on the porch and stuff, just to keep the, the pest free out there. So it's really kind of nice. I also use it in my laundry room. So if you have like a spray bottle, you can put purification and you bring things out of the cellar that stink. Go ahead and spray it with your purification. We had an old trunk in the garage that smelled to high heaven. And so I made a spray bottle with purification in it, and I sprayed the heck out of it, and it doesn't smell anymore. And it's probably years and years and years, worth of stench. Ugh. Okay, RC. Another wonderful, wonderful blend that Young Living has. And this is a respiratory blend. So in this blend are different types of eucalyptuses. So we have Eucalyptus globulus, Eucalyptus radiata, and Eucalyptus citridoria. It has myrtle, pine, spruce, marjoram, lavender, cypress, and peppermint. A lot of oils in here. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful for the respiratory system. It can relieve seasonal discomforts. It supports your immune system, and it just really helps you maintain that healthy lung function. Okay. Another thing that it does, now this is the cool thing about the blends, is that if you look up each oil that's in this blend, you'll see that the oils also have other things that they do for the body. Okay. If you have bone spurs, this will take care of it. Why? It's the spruce. Yeah, the spruce that's in this oil that will take care of the spurs. So pretty dang cool. I love these oils. I really do. I can't say enough about them because they've been miraculous in my life, and especially for the emotional end of it, big time. I've gone through a lot, and they've really helped me more than I can tell you. Alrighty, how about Stress Away? So this little bottle is your 11th oil in the kit. Okay, it comes kind of like on the bottom of your kit, and I'll show you the kit in just a minute. But we get a roller ball in there with it, and I want to show you really quick how to put this roller ball on, because I've had people try to get it on and not get it on right, and then your oil ends up spilling on you. So if you choose to put your roller ball in Stress Away, which is what a lot of our nurses, anybody who works around people, usually will use Stress Away. I lost my train of thought. Let me just show you how to put this on real quick. Grab your roller ball. When you open up a bottle of oil, there's going to be an orifice, this little white orifice inside. So carefully remove that orifice, and then just take your roller ball and set it on the bottle. You don't have to push it in, okay? Take your black lid and put it on there and tighten it down until you hear it click. Once you hear it click, you can unscrew it, make sure that it's secure before you start using it, okay? So Stress Away is, it's just that. It balances the equilibrium. It takes the stress away. You can use this as a perfume and put it on the wrists. In this way, especially you nurses and anybody who works with patients, doctors, even dental hygienists, when you're working with your people, they're going to be smelling this, and it's really going to help to relax them. Okay, wonderful, wonderful oil. Can't say enough about that one either. All right, then we have Panaway. And Panaway is another blend of oils. And this one has, let me see here. Where is my Panaway? I lost my Panaway sheet. I don't know. Anyway, Panaway has helichrysum, wintergreen, clove, and I think peppermint in it. Okay. Helichrysum You guys look that up. Look at the benefits of helichrysum. It's amazing what that oil alone does. And that is in Panaway. Okay, so anytime you have any discomfort on the body, you just got done exercising, put it on, or even put it on before you exercise. It'll just really help with that. So anytime you have anything going on in the body, on the muscles or aches and pains or things like that, try your Panaway on there because it's an amazing oil. Okay. Even if your head's pounding, you can try it on there too. So like I said before, try all of your oils. Don't hesitate to play with them, you know, because they can't hurt you. They can only help you. And while I'm saying that, I also want to say that there's two things you should never do with your oils, okay? Number one, directly in the eyes, like I told you about the peppermint, it'll sting. The other one is directly in the ears, okay? So if you're using your oil for an ear infection or something, you want to take your oil, put a drop on your fingers, rub your fingers together, and you want to rub. And you can go all the way inside with it, that's fine, but you're not actually taking a drop and dropping it in the ear. I've known some people that did it, and they said it didn't bother them, but the oils have such a high frequency, and our ears actually have a very high frequency as well. And when you put those two high frequencies together, it could cause a little bit of discomfort, okay? It's not going to kill you, but it's going to cause a little bit of discomfort. Then again, if you have something going on in there that maybe our ears are at a lower frequency because there's something going on, and the oil may not bother it as much. So even like purification is wonderful for that. I used helichrysum there and on the ears. A friend of mine uses the purification on the beaks when their animals get, their birds get ear mites. Rabbits, anything, you can take that purification on your fingers and just run it through their ears, okay? Run it on the beak, and it'll take care of the mites as well. Okay. So I believe we are on our last oil now. I believe I've gone through 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, I've gone through all 10 of my oils, and I'm on the 11th oil now, which is Thieves, okay? I like to save the best for last, okay? Wow. This oil has clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. So why the name Thieves? Well, it comes from a legend of 15th century robbers that used to rob the plague victims, and they did not get sick. They would rob the graves, they would rob the homes, and people couldn't figure out how they were being robbed without these guys actually coming down with the plague themselves. So the king ordered for them to be caught. They got caught in exchange for a lesser sentence, which back in those days was a quick death versus a slow death. It was found that these thieves were actually sons of aromatics, and that they would coat their bodies with the oils that are in this blend, okay? And that's what kept them well, and that's what kept them from getting sick. I think that's amazing because obviously this is an oil, like I said, I have in my bedroom. I have a roller ball on it. I put it on the bottom of my feet many times, okay? It just depends on what's going on. So you start to hear in the news, oh, it's that time again, or just before that time, you know when those times are. And it's always when the kids go back to school. And you know what I think? If the schools would just diffuse essential oils in their schools, like a week before school started, we wouldn't have that stuff going on, because I believe that all that stuff sits in the ventilation system at the schools. Then they crank it all on, they turn it on for the, you know, welcome all the kids and everything. You can disinfect until you're blue in the face, but it's not going to do the job that Thieves is going to do. We use Thieves in this house. When we first moved in, we had a lot of mold going on, and this house smelled to high heaven. It had been sitting vacant for like 12 years. And water pipes broken. I mean, all kinds of stuff going on, but it just smelled musty and disgusting in here. And I ran diffusers 24/7. I even ran them in the crawl space. I had one diffuser going down there. I had diffusers in all the rooms. The places where I saw the mold, I put the diffuser in there and closed the door and just let it go for days. And we took care of it all. Amazing. So Thieves has a 99.9% antibacterial rate, okay? It's wonderful for the immune system. It's I can't say enough about it. Okay, so we have a whole line of Thieves products because of how powerful this oil is. Okay, Thieves house cleaner. Love my house cleaner. So here's something I want to say about cleaning your house with chemicals. So when you're cleaning, you guys, your cleaners are leaving residue on your kitchen counters. They're leaving residues on your floors. You're walking barefoot on your floors. Your children are playing on your floors. You're eating off your counter when you're cooking. You know, you're cutting stuff up and you grab something and eat it. You're getting that residue in your body. You're getting it through your feet. Our pets are getting it in our carpets with the carpet cleaners that you're using. You know, think about this. Back in the day, did you ever hear about animals getting all these illnesses? I mean, our pets are dying left and right. They're dying of cancers. They're dying, you know, they have diabetes, they have this, that, and the other thing. And you never heard of that. When we were kids, animals lived and then they died because they got old. Now they're dying because they have diseases and they're being infected with diseases, okay? That's our fault. That's coming from our cleaners that we're using in our homes. It's coming from those plugins that we're plugging into the walls because guess what? Our pets' noses is right about that height, isn't it? And they're running around the house and they're constantly smelling that stuff and it's getting into their bodies as well. And I'll tell you a little story. I used to take aspirin, or actually the migraine relief pills, because that was the only thing that would work for me. And it was normal for me to take those 3 to 4 times a week, okay? And sometimes twice in a day. When I started diffusing oils in my home, I got rid of all my plugins and my headaches went away. No brainer, right? But I had plugins everywhere. I had no idea. I just thought they were, you know, making my house smell good. I like a good smelling house. And I love the Febreze plugins. They just smelled amazing. And once I got rid of those and started diffusing oils, I actually threw away my bottle of migraine. And I can take you into the kitchen and show you. I have no Tylenol, no aspirin, no migraine pills. I don't use those anymore. I don't have to. I have no chemical cleaners underneath my sinks. Okay, so this bottle right here, yes, it cost about $22, but guess what? When I make a house cleaner out of it, it costs me about 15 cents a bottle to make, okay? All you need is a capful, and every room is different. So I have a spray bottle in every room, in the bathrooms and in the kitchen. And so you might want to do 3 capfuls or 4 capfuls, and depending on how big your spray bottle is, you have to play with it and see what's going to work for you. I use 3 capfuls in my kitchen one, and I use 2 in my bathroom ones. And I like it strong. I like to smell the thieves when I'm done also. But that's all I use. I use this on in my carpets. I put a little capful in the shampooer, and that's what I shampoo my carpets with. It works amazingly well. I also walk around the house with my spray bottle once in a while, and I just spray, and I'll spray the carpets, I'll spray my furniture, I spray everything, and it just cleans everything up, and it's fresh smelling, and I know that all the germs and bacteria are gone, okay? We don't see sickness in this house, and there's a reason why. Okay, so that, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to clap because it just probably messed up the sound on the video. Sorry about that. It'll come back in a few minutes. Okay, I've gone through it all. We are not just an oil company, okay? We are a health and wellness company. And if you look through the catalog, you can go online and you can look at the online catalog, but look at what we have. We have products for everything. We have, you know, nutritional support, okay? So shakes. So are you going to GNC or the health food store to buy your shakes? Stop it. Start buying them through Young Living. You know, with the research that I have done in this company and, excuse me, the things that I've heard, we have the most amazing products and you are guaranteed that they're going to be good for you. There's no crappy ingredients in anything. There's nothing in anything that could even possibly hurt you. And if you think there is, bring it up because we'll go through it and we'll educate you on those ingredients, okay? Not a big deal. Are you know, what about toothpaste and stuff? So we have Thieves toothpaste, we have Thieves cough drops, lozenges. We have a whole line of Thieves products, dish soap, laundry detergent. No, it's not laundry detergent, it's laundry soap, okay, which is quite different than detergent. You don't want to use detergent on your clothes. You want to use soap. The toothpaste has been amazing, okay? Look at, whitening and brightening. They keep your gums really healthy. No more pockets, no more issues. I even use just my Thieves oil, and I actually put a dropper on my Thieves oil that I have in the bathroom, and I'll take the dropper and I'll drop it right on the gums, and then I'll floss and I'll brush, and I have very healthy teeth. Okay. Um, Dental floss, gosh, you name it, you guys. We have soap, just so pump soap, for the bathrooms and stuff. It's amazing, just amazing product line, and you have to try it. We have makeup. Oh my gosh. So the makeup line we picked up last year, it's the Savvy Mineral line. I thought I was buying really good makeup by going mineral makeup, and I won't tell you what brand I was buying, but I thought I was doing really good for myself. I thought, cool, I'm using mineral makeup and I'm not. Well, Lindsay Elmore actually did a Lunch with Lindsay on the makeup, and if you're a member, you can find that on Vital 180. All of her Lunch with Lindsay's are on there. She broke down all of the other makeup companies that say that they're organic or that they're good for you. She took all the ingredients and broke them down. Needless to say, I switched over to Savvy Minerals right away. And you know what? It actually feels wonderful on my face. The skincare line, the lotions, the everything is amazing. And everything's infused with essential oils, you guys. That's the cool thing, is that the oils are actually working in your body as well. All right. All of our vitamins, supplements, they're all infused with essential oils. Okay. They're the best of the best. They do nothing but research when they put these things together, and they put stuff in there to help other things while that's doing what it's supposed to do. And that's the one thing I love about this company. It's really great. So if you're ready to get started and you want to get a kit, okay, so if you already have a kit, let's start there. Okay, you already have your kit and you want to start trying some of these other products, I guarantee you that you're not going to be disappointed when you do start trying them. Get yourself on the Essential Reward Program. Okay, I actually have a YouTube video on the Essential Reward Program. It's short, it's maybe 5 minutes, and it'll walk you through what to do and how to do it and why you should do it. Essential Rewards, it's kind of a no-brainer. So I look at it this way, right? You get started with the program, you get 10% back of your purchases, and they put this in like a little savings account. I call it my health savings account. And so 10% goes back, and then after 3 months, you get 20%, and after 2 years, you're at 25%, okay? At 3, 6, 9, 12, and 24 months, Young Living is going to send you a free oil just for being in the program, just to say thank you, because they appreciate the fact that you're on this program. Then, okay, I'm I'm crazy like this, but on top of that, I use a credit card where I get points back on my credit card. I get miles on one and I get cash back on the other one. I use that credit card to pay for my Young Living stuff. So now I'm getting like the double whammy. I'm really frugal, and I always look for the best deals and I try to get the best bang for my buck. Okay. I am somebody that years ago would have never walked into the health food store and shopped there. And I did walk in there, and I walked out when I saw the prices and I went, no way. Well, now that I realize that what I'm doing is I'm investing in my future. So when you take care of your body now, you're going to have less issues later. So many people wait until they have a problem before they start doing anything about it. Start being proactive now. In your kit, you've got a couple of Ningxia Red packets in that kit, right? You should be drinking Ningxia Red every day. You should be taking Sulfurzyme every day. You should be taking, your fish oils, your omega 3s every day. There's things that you need to be doing for your body on a regular basis. You should be drinking your oils every day. You should be diffusing every day. So get yourself on that Essential Reward Program. Get your reward points back, because then you get to use those points for free product. All right. All you have to do is pay the shipping on them. So it's kind of a no-brainer. It really is. Quit shopping on the left side of the grocery store. Quit going to GNC. Quit going to Amazon to buy your products. And obviously, if there's a product that Young Living doesn't make, you're going to have to go there. I've got a couple in the kitchen that I go somewhere else for. But all in all, I mean, I can take you in there and show you. I have almost every single product that I need to support every part of my body. And I'm taking care of myself. I'm 57 years old. I'll be 57 this year. And I feel really, really good. you know, for my age, and I don't feel like I'm breaking down, and I'm taking really good care of myself now. So that's super important. Okay, for those of you that have not gotten a kit yet and are still contemplating, stop contemplating. I'm serious. This will be the smartest thing you've ever done, and I'm serious about that. Okay, so in this kit, so this kit is really kind of cute. I love the way they have it put together. So your oils are on top, and you pull those out and use them. Don't just leave them in the box. Pull them out, put them on your countertop, and start using them, okay? And then you lift, oh, here it is. Oh, sorry about that. So you have to lift this part out, and then voila, a little surprise down below. So you have some Ningxia Reds. This is where your stress away and your roller ball will be. Some little bottles for you to share, and there's some sample packets in here, and I believe the sample packets have about, you know, 10 drops in each one. So they're wonderful for you to put in your purse to take with you, wonderful for sharing them with your friends. And the other cool thing is that you get a diffuser with this kit, all right? When I first started Young Living back in 2010, we only got 9 oils in the kit and no diffuser. And that was it, 9 oils, all right? So, and it was $150. Yeah, $150. Can you believe that? Now the kits are $160. You get 11 oils and you get a diffuser. And here I'll show you the diffuser. It is kind of far away if you can see this. It's really small, but it's really not that small. It's a nice size diffuser. And that's called the Desert Mist diffuser. And it really is a good size. It's about this big. So this is the other, the Dewdrop diffuser in here. But you get your choice of diffusers, you know, so when you go to sign up, you can look and see which diffuser you want. So you have to upgrade for some of the more fancy diffusers. There's like the Aroma, there's one with a dome on it. It's a glass dome. You can plug your iPod into it and play music through it. And I use that one in my massage room. It's just a beautiful diffuser, the Aria. It's gorgeous. And you get a huge discount on that one too if you buy that one with your kit. So the choice is yours. I don't care which diffuser you get. I personally like the diffusers that nebulize the oils, where you actually put the bottle into the diffuser and it nebulizes the oil. I have one of those in my kitchen, which if you want to see that one, I can definitely show that one to you as well. Here we go. So this one right here, okay. There we go. So this one's really cool too. The lights, you can change the colors on the lights, but the bottle of oil is actually in here. So it's actually nebulizing the oil and putting it directly in the air. It has timers on the back, so you can set your volume and you can set how often you want this diffuser to go on. Yep, and there's my little oil collection for my kitchen. I have oils everywhere. Okay, so how do you sign up? So you can go to my website. You know what, if you're here because somebody else sent you and you're not in my team, you are more than welcome to join my team. I have all kinds of education out there, you guys, and I will not let you, I'm not going to let you sign up and not educate you, okay? Because what good does that do? Then you're buying a kit and it's just going to sit there and do nothing, right? I want you to use these products, and I want you to love these products, and I really want to see your health take a turn for the better, and I want to see you, I want to empower you to take charge of your own health, you know, and do things for yourself. That's huge for me. So I do a lot of product education, okay? I have a Facebook page. I have regular emails that go out. I have a YouTube channel, and I will come to your home and we'll do one-on-ones. We'll do parties, if you want to call them parties. I do essential oil classes, and I just don't do 101s. We can do a class on anything. We can do gut health. We can do, you know, shakes. We can do anything. So you name it, we can do it, okay? We can even do like libido classes and talk about oils in the bedroom. I mean, it's amazing what you can do with these oils. So if you're ready to get enrolled and somebody else sent you here that's, you know, not on the team, please get with that person and get yourself signed up. If not, you can go to helengraceshaw.com and go ahead and just click the Join My Team button there and join me. And as soon as you enroll, I'll know it and we'll start communicating, not a problem. All right, with that, that's all I have for you today. And if you have any questions or anything, please contact me. You can leave notes down below. You can call me, email me, text me, Marco Polo me. I mean, I'm really open to anything, okay? So I'm really easy to get along with. Don't ever feel like you're bothering me. If you want to text me or call me, it's not a big deal, all right? If I'm busy, I'll call you back when I'm free. So it's not an issue. All right. So I hope that I have answered questions for you today, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the week and the rest of the year. Have a glorious summer, winter, spring, and fall. All right.